Well, good afternoon everyone. It's finally arrived. So what I've done is picked a tractor that's rated at a similar horsepower to the machine. I put them on worker buy the fertiliser and seed just so we don't have to fill them up all the time. They don't look like they hold that much, so they probably won't go far. Maybe I could I'll cultivate another field and we'll see how far one goes as well in a second. Hey Harley Quinn. So the item that I have used for planting is, there's two in the DLC. There's a GL32 and a GL32F. I've gone for the F because it fertilises, uses slightly more horsepower. Actually it doesn't. But they're the same width and everything. I'm sure they work fine the same. So we're going to plant these fields, these two fields first, fast forward till the crop's ready, and then we will work through the harvesters that are in the DLC, and then we'll look at this picking the potatoes up from the ground and that sort of thing. So we'll try and work through all the stuff that's in the DLC that's not duplicated anyway. So what I'll do now is we'll get into the cultivator, which I can't remember where I left it now. I think that's it there. And we will I'll cultivate a field that's nearer the shop. No, I won't. I'll keep them all together. I don't want to upset those workers though, so well, this is a bit hilly. I need a more powerful tractor. I'll risk upsetting them. We probably only need to cultivate a couple of lines anyway, so this is my test map. Those of you might remember, this was my flat map, which I might continue because I really put quite a lot of time into making this not flat. Unfortunately, the update moved all the placeables, so I sort of got the hump with it really, hence all these empty areas. But no long-term harm done. While that lot's doing that, we'll have a look and see what else is in the pack. Two sowers are covered. There's a harvester that dumps everything on the ground. And another one, don't know what the difference is, extracts potatoes from the ground and offloads them into windrows. Extracts potatoes on the ground and offloads them into windrows. Don't know what the difference is. This is the Eco. And this is the S. There's a difference of 600. This is not customizable. Maybe that's what the difference is. And this one, okay, you can tell it to go left or right. and you can't tell it's going in the middle actually. Does it have a hitch anywhere that we could tow something that will pick it up? Well, it's got a couple of cables on the back. Has the other one? The other one doesn't have cables on the back. Just dumps it out the middle. So we'll try both of these anyway. We'll try and work it out. This collects the potatoes from the ground without having to cut the tops off. So it's basically the same machine, but it tops the potatoes for you. There's probably an S version that's left or right. No. This is the same as what we've got in the game, basically. And it's just a harvester. Oh no, hang on. This picks the potatoes up off the ground. This one. Wonder if that works on a worker. What else is... That's it. Oh, I thought there was... Okay, well let's just buy some stuff here. We'll stick with the S models, I think. I'm slightly concerned if it windrows left or right, it's going to run over itself. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, we get 2 of those. And you have to choose first. I'm going to choose right. And we'll get 2 of those. And, well, the normal harvester, I don't think, well, we might as well run it a little bit, but, oh, let's have all the extras. So there's no topper in the DLC. This one doesn't need a topper. We'll get one of those as well. So for a topper, I suppose you have to go back to the non-DLC stuff and get one of these things. In fact, we're going to need a few of these. Get 4 of them. It's my test map, so money doesn't matter. I never did cheat this money in though. It was earned when this map was in use. So I suppose the thing that is different about this DLC is the fact it puts the potatoes on the ground. So that's what we will try and work with and see see how we can pick them up, basically. If this keeps going, I think I'll just let it do the other one as well. Alright, let's go back to the DLC stuff. They all seem to be working fine, no misses anywhere. I didn't check the slots like an idiot. Look at the little potatoes being caught and going up the thing. Are they coming out the back anywhere? So it's not a very powerful tractor, this. It's only rated at, I'll find the same one. I think it was small. Yeah, 88 horsepower. Oh no, it's this one. 95 horsepower. It's rated at. Hey Charles, hey John. Just having a look at this potato thing. Don't know if you remember my old flat map. So the stuff I've bought from the shop, I just check I've got enough horsepower. Those tractors are 95. I bought 4 of those. They'll be all right. The rest of the stuff, that's 72. That should be okay. That's 150. Could be interesting. A 95 horsepower tractor. Maybe we should get a 150 horsepower tractor to pull that. And that's only 90 anyway. And that's it. So that one there, I'll get a 150 horsepower tractor for that. I've probably got one on the farm, to be honest. I've got a small class, I think. But let's get a Massey, because all the others are Masseys. What do I need? 150. Does that update to 150? 130. Might do it. Shame I don't have an old-fashioned one. See if I've got an old-fashioned New Holland. That might update to 150. $130, no good. Don't know about these ones. 125. That's got no horsepower at all. That looks a bit modern. Well, these are nearly there, then we can fast forward. We'll just set one off without it on worker by and see how far it goes though. I think a 130 horsepower might do it. Can't get any more power out of that one. $115. We try that. We put a weight on the front, maybe. Weights in the tyres. We'll try that. It probably won't be powerful enough. Now, which item was it? Oh, terrible turning circle on this. I remember that now. I think it was this thing that needed the extra power. No, it's not going to do it. I'm going to get rid. I'll get the 130 horse New Holland. I like the noise this one makes anyway. I think it's that one. Put some weights on the front to help it. Don't know if I want the fenders though. That'll do. Just check that's the machine that needed the horsepower. The WR200. Yeah, that one. Well, that tractor can stay with that. We'll take it over there, see how they're getting on. Hey Pro Gamer, welcome along. How you doing? It's not much different to planting poplar. So if I like this stuff, I'm going to do potatoes on my no man's land with seasons. But I thought I might as well go on a map that's non-seasons for this, so I can fast forward it and harvest them straight away. The old tractor's turning circles aren't brilliant, but the workers seem to handle that fine. Certain bits of kit though, sometimes with a cultivator and stuff, because the turning circle's not brilliant, you get the odd miss. Quite like these tractors. I might get a couple of these on my no man's land to pull the slurry. The little baby ones are struggling with the slurry. They can be relegated to manure duties. Oh, we've got one that's about to finish, I think. So this one, when the others have finished, I'm going to set off without it being on worker buy. Oh, it's not full, this one. Let's use one that's full. I'm going to set one off without it being on worker buy seed and fertiliser, and we'll see how far it gets, basically. As we've got a minute, I'll drive this one back, but I could just reset them. So there's no weight on the front of this, and it's still pretty good. It's slightly light on the front end, but it's steering fine. So the machines aren't too heavy. I'm just going to park it there because I'm lazy. That one's full. Well, it's missing 3 fertiliser, but I'm not going to drive back for that. Oh, hang on, there's a seed hut, if I remember correctly. Might as well fill it up. Right, that is totally full. When the others are finished, which won't be long now, we'll set this off on the other field that I've just cultivated and see how far it gets. For those of you that farm where you know you've got to fill it up as you go, which is how I'm doing it on no man's land actually. For the sake of the test, I just put it on worker by to get these fields planted. But it'd be interesting to see how far it goes. Oh, there's a cultivator in the way that side, so we'll stick it over here. Yeah, I probably should have put a weight on the front of the tractor, but it's okay. Right, one more pass there. Probably just one more pass over there as well. Trouble is, on my ongoing no man's land map, I've just planted all the fields, so in order to incorporate this, I'm going to have to decide which field to plough in. I'll probably do one quite close to the main farm, as I'm going to try and use classic tractors to do it. They're a bit slow to travel. I'm loath to plough in my sugar beet. I've got 4 sugar beet harvesters, which is quite an investment. I think I'll just plough in a soya field or something like that. Something I don't really need. The pigs have got plenty of soya in stock already. Well, they work fine. I haven't tried it on a hill, but they work fine. It's tempting to send one up there, but I think it's just a case of getting more horsepower if it doesn't do it. Just put these somewhere they're easy to find on the map. Hey Austin. Right, so first things first, go into settings, turn this worker helper refill stuff off, and then we'll set this off, see how far it goes. Quite a nice mod, the detail's quite good, slightly better than the in-game one. So with the the Arga wagon that takes potatoes, you can just come alongside with the pipe out and fill it up as you're going. The fertiliser's a different story, but that normally lasts for ages anyway. And actually this field's probably, to be honest, probably fully fertilised. We'll check that, because I just ploughed in a crop that was already there. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's fully fertilised, look. So, that's not a true... Yeah, it's only going to do about 2.5 passes before it needs filling up. Hey Mouse, one is well, cheers, how are you today? Well, that's finishing. We'll reset this stuff. Yeah, he's only got 30% left. He's done 2 passes. So yeah, you have to fill these up quite often. You might be able to, with some tractors, put a seed tank on the front, and it will probably increase your amount by loads, because it only took about 300 or 400 capacity. You could stick a 2,000 litre thing on the front, and then you go a lot further, I think. Don't know for sure. So that's going to run out pretty soon now. By the way, these 4 fields are identical in size, all on flat surface. I use them for face-offs between different bits of kit. What can do what first, if you like, race them. There we go. Well, we'll reset that. That's as far as it got. Next it says fast forward the time, isn't it? So we can go to sleep. Right, the next thing we're going to need is these topper things. So we'll take 2 over. These are in-game, these aren't part of the DLC. The DLC didn't come with a topper because they're already in-game. To be honest, I've harvested potatoes loads of times like this before, taking the tops off first. and then run the machine down. It's just more fun sometimes to give the tractor something to do, isn't it? So if anyone's not familiar with this map and they want a tour, once we've harvested these potatoes and played around with picking them up and stuff, I bet I haven't got the lizard thing on here. Anyway, I'll get in a scarab and just do a quick lap of the map to show you what I did. We had a lot of fun on this map, racing scarabs around, because I made a lot of uneven ground. It's quite good fun. Hey Ronnie, welcome. So take 2 of these over. I think I overbought, but not a problem. Oh, it's nearly bedtime. Excellent. I'll drop this off, then we'll go to sleep. And then we're going to harvest them tomorrow with the new stuff. Tomorrow game day. Definitely bedtime. Find the house somewhere. Where is the house? Cows, cows, cows. The house is... There it is. And where's the sleep trigger on this thing? Maybe you have to go upstairs. Yeah. 12 hours. It'll be daylight then. Oh, I've got to move some wool at the sheep. It's a pain, that flashing up all the time. Okay. Let's have a look off the cliff edge, see if we can see. Well, it's not, they're not obviously ready, but it's maybe it updates at 8 in the morning, maybe. Let's fast forward. Let's get into that tractor that's closer. just keep fast forwarding. Maybe, have I got plant growth on fast? That would help, wouldn't it? Plant growth off. Well, that's not very useful. Sorry about that. Right, we'll fast forward another day. We'll harvest it tomorrow. In the meanwhile, let's have a quick spin in a scallop if I can find one. Sure, I've got scallops on this map. There's one. Yeah, this all got messed up with an update. All the buildings moved and stuff. So basically, I put a big mountain thing in the middle of the map. There's a couple of roadways up there. This is the lower, this is the less steep roadway up there. Oh, don't end up upside down. Right, another scallop. Hey, Nicholson. So, for those of you that are waiting for the potatoes, sorry, I didn't have plant growth on, so I've got to fast forward another day. So up on the top here, got a house, chickens, pigs. Then you go over to a bigger area here, a couple of grass fields. Here's my sort of main farm, a couple of sheds. Can't remember what kit's in them even. This is my main dairy area, cow pens. Then we'll scoot off the end. Oh, we're in the sheep pen. That's not... Oh, we made it. You don't want to get stuck in those sheep pens. There's no gate out. Sheep. Then I had one other cow pen up here on the top of this hill. A lot of time went into making the flat map not flat, as you can see. So a small cow pen up here. All that concrete and stuff, the update mucked up all the buildings, they disappeared. So one day I'll probably get round to finishing it. Then I put a pond in just round the other side. Trying to get there before it gets dark. We'll sneak round here. So we've got a pond here with a sort of bridgey thing across. Uneven field on the left. Quite funny watching the equipment struggle with that. Then some uneven terrain, some mountainy things. I think you can drive over this one if I don't end up upside down. And then I made a volcano, which we'll look at, and then it will be bedtime and the potatoes will be ready. A little volcano here. If we get up the top, you'll see the water inside it. And it's bedtime. Let's turn that time down now. Wonder why I had plant growth off. That's not like me. So hopefully now we can see the potatoes are ready from our vantage point over here. Yeah, they're ready. Okay, we will. These are just in-game toppers. The DLC didn't come with a topper, so I presume he meant to just use the in-game ones. I presume these are ready. No, it still says they're growing. Alright, we've just got to wait a minute. Could be an excuse to get back in the scallop, but I won't. Speed time back up again till these are ready. I'm not playing it, Ronnie. I use it as a test map at the moment. The flat map update all those months ago ruined all my buildings, moved them all around. So I got the hump with it. I must admit, a lot of people asked me for ages to go back on it. I think people like watching me and Donkey and Yardy race around it in Scarrots. It was good fun. I should carry it on because a lot of time went into the landscaping on this map. I cheated in something like 100 million at the beginning. Spent it all on landscaping. And then started the farm with no money. Are you ready yet? While that's going off, for me as much as for you guys, just want to try and do the jump that was like a 50-50 chance. So you need a lot of speed to get up without using the ramp, and even then it's not a dead cert. I think we made it. Yeah. Now this jump used to end up in the shop, but the shop's moved with the update, so it just doesn't go anywhere now. If you hit that just right, it used to end up in the shop. Here, look. And there's the sell point. Which is weird, that stayed there, but they moved the building. Yeah. Right, let's check and see if this stuff's grown yet. Yes, it's ready. I'm going to go to sleep actually. That'll give a whole day to harvest it tomorrow, as it's 4 o'clock already. Very good, Nicholson. So we'll go to the house, go to sleep, and then we'll play with the rest of the DLC. That wasn't quick enough. Come on, come on. Up you go. You can do it. Come on, Scarop. Just got no horsepower, has it? We'll teleport to the house. Should be able to sleep now at 6 o'clock. Right, back to potatoes now. Getting good property income off something. I don't know what it is. Right, we'll send 2 of these out straight away. This is nothing new, this is in-game stuff, these 2 toppers. Probably only need to send 1 out, they go quite fast. Just going to make sure it turns right at the end. And then we will start playing with the DLC stuff. So as a quick recap, we've planted these fields with the DLC. That went very smoothly with 95 horsepower tractors, no problem. No problem at all. Yeah, he's going the right way. Right, this is the normal one, I think. That just chucks some potatoes out of the back. Right? And then this one chucks some potatoes out to the right. Now you can't, as far as I know, you can't change it. You can't change it's left or right. I bought it in the shop as a right, so we're stuck with a right, yeah? We'll take this over. I think I'm going to have to buy another tractor. Mind you, there's one lying around there. But I'll get another one. I think we'll keep them all the same. So this is swapping to the right, which means I should probably set it off from the far end. Otherwise it's going to run over its swath, isn't it, when it turns. The other one just swathed to the middle. I mean, I'm quite tempted not to use it, but as it's a new DLC, probably should. Now this is a first in the history of farming sim, well, on my channel anyway. Never been done before. See, if I swath to the left, it's going to drive over what it's just done, isn't it? So, yeah, this is the right place. We'll hire a worker and see what happens, I guess. But it is going to put it off the field, which might upset... it might upset one of the other machines that come along and pick them up, but we'll see. Oh my word, look at that. Chucking the potatoes on the ground, look. Let's buy another tractor. We'll get the same. I think it was that one. Fat tyres all the way. That's it. Buy that. 95 horsepower. And we'll get the one that just was Century, the cheaper one. The difference in price is only about 300 or something. But we'll try one of these as well. Oh, actually, what we should do quickly is set the New Holland off. Now, this is the same as... This is identical to the one I've just got, but it doesn't need topping first. It's rated at 150 horsepower. The tractor is 130. So we're 20 horsepower down on the rating, but it should be okay. $4 miles an hour. Is that what it's meant to do? Let's check. I'm going to do 9. Okay, this tractor's sacked. We'll get something a bit more powerful. So we need 150 horsepower. I wonder if I've got an old-fashioned tractor that can do 150 horsepower in here. $130 with a bit of jiggery pokery, it might get up to 150. No, not that one. That's a bit weird, but I like it. take this one anyway. So normally, normally if you've got a bit of kit that's rated at 150, a 130 horsepower tractor will pull it on the level at the right speed, but it's just not doing it. So this one just slots straight out the back, but it does need the topper first. The WH200. Alright Ronnie, have a good one, don't work too hard mate. Right, I want this to turn right. Where is my fast track? Let's get this over working on that on the 150 rated machine. Now there was a reason I stopped using these. I'm hoping it's something to do with how it behaves on a worker with its turning circle or something. So this is rated at 9 miles an hour. We got 168 horsepower. The machine is rated at 150. Only doing 5, look. Did I read that wrong then? Six. Well, it says 9, but I don't understand why it's not doing 9, to be honest. Let's just bite the bullet here. And we'll stick something a bit more powerful on it. I mean, this tractor's 168 horsepower. It should pull that at the right speed. This tractor is about 500 or something. Bit overkill, but we want to see if the machine gets up to 9 like it says in the book. It does seem a bit fast for a harvester, to be honest. Okay, we're up to 9 now. Oh, we missed a bit. That's a disaster. We're up to 9 now. Maybe I should get a 200 horsepower tractor then. Don't like the way it swaths outside the field edge. So this is the one that's swathing to the right. And then we've got one that just swaths straight down the middle. Both of these two are low horsepower. These tractors are only 90 horsepower or something. 4 miles an hour. Is that the book speed? Let's check that as well. Yeah, they are rated at 4. So why is that 9? Well, it's doing 9 now with 500 horsepower pulling it. And then we've got a normal potato harvester here. Oh, it's not normal. It picks the potatoes up that are previously harvested. So we'll give that a go. I'll probably have to get a truck and a trailer. This is rated at 90. So we'll get another little messy. In fact, I might have one at the shop. Let's just... Oh, this will do. Let's use this one. It does make the best noise. In fact, let's reset it. So this thing's rated at 90. It just picks the potatoes up. Whether or not you can use it on a worker, it doesn't look like you can. And then where do they go? Put the pipe out. Ah, look at that. Can we raise the pipe any higher? No. What trailer will fit under there? It's got no higher worker option. So it's possibly a multiplay thing. Could be quite fun though. Okay, so it does carry potatoes inside it. So you could play it without multiplayer, but you have to drive it manually. It's quite cool though. Wonder if it picks up straw swaths and stuff as well. That is for another day. Yeah, it takes probably 8,000, 9,000 litres. Not the best turning circle with this tractor. Wonder if a normal windrow can windrow these things. I need a more powerful tractor for that. Gone the wrong way. Story of my life. How do you change the... Just see if we can pick the potatoes up with this thing. Oh, I need a trailer. Oh, there's one over there, look. Oh, I'll just get one. So one thing I'm surprised at, and I'll have another look actually in the Winroad page, is that it doesn't appear to be a windrow for the potatoes. You'd think they make this big deal about putting them on the ground. There might be something that you could make the piles longer. Now this should just pick them up. So that's what this is, one way of doing it. Yeah, so we're just grabbing the, this is just like picking up a straw swath or something. But that is probably the easiest way to get them off the ground if you're not into anything too realistic, shall we say. See if that pipe will fit over this trailer, or if you have to use the longer, lower ones. Sort of. It's not going to work underway though, so you'd have to use, if you want a big trailer to go under that, you'd have to use one of these. I would say one of those. That would definitely go under it. In fact, I'll buy one and we'll just double check that. But anyway, I would say this is probably the quickest and easiest way to get your potatoes off the ground. If you want to go realistic, the trailer I just bought, I'll get another lorry. This trailer should fit under that pipe, I would have thought. I know when I do sugar beet harvesting, I have to use this trailer, even though otherwise the machine's stopped. So the one item I haven't used is the normal potato harvester that goes behind the tractor. The reason I haven't used it is because it's where are the potatoes? It's the same basically as the in-game one. It holds 6,800, the in-game one holds 9,000, so slightly smaller. Otherwise it's identical. So this should fit under that pipe quite easily. There we go. If you want a big trailer that will fit under there, use these ones. Right, let's check on the Class Xeron. I haven't looked at that one yet. So again, it just harvests, dumps them on the ground. I suppose the advantage is that you can just set your worker off and go. It's not going to keep stopping when it's full, but you do still have to get them off the ground. And you do need probably 200 horsepower for this machine if you want it to run at speed. It says 150 in the book, but it's lying. If you want it to run at 9, I reckon you need 200. Get that out of the way. So this just swaps behind, and it needs a topper to run first. This is swapping to the right, and you cannot change it. You buy it in the shop, left or right. Again, it needs a topper first. You could probably put the topper on the front of the tractor if you had that ability. Then the one with the Class Xeron swaps behind, but it doesn't need a topper, this one. And then this thing here, where are we? This thing here scoops them up off the ground. Doesn't work on a worker. You could probably manipulate it to work on a worker though. We'll work something out, I'm sure of it. But with two of you, it might be quite good fun having one drive this, someone else turning up with a trailer to unload you. I think it's quite nice. Generally, I think the DLC's all right. I think it's quite nice. The details are all right. Everything seems to work. Apart from that one over there, needs more horsepower than it says. Pretty good. You might be able to hitch this up to one of those double trailer hitches. Actually, I've got one lying around over there. And maybe have a trailer like with a bigger capacity under the pipe. But if you're going to do that, you might as well just run the thing on the front of the truck. We'll see what the capacity is anyway. Then I'm probably going to call it Nixon. I think it's quite good actually. I'm going to use certainly some of it, so it takes 6,800 litres. then it's full. We better try the harvester, just in case there's something wrong with it, really. So I'll do that now. Let's buy one. Okay, it does 6 miles an hour, 90 horsepower. Forget that. Hang on. Yeah, I want the cover on it. Oh no, it's not a harvester, it's what I'm using already. There isn't a harvester as such in the DLC. If you want a harvester, you have to use an in-game one. Okay, on that note, let's get in the Scarrot, do one lap of the map for old time's sake. If I can find the Scarrot. Everything seems to work though. The only slight thing that maybe doesn't, maybe I'll try a 200 horsepower tractor, but because the JCB's not a true tractor, is it? I know people are going to moan at me saying that, but it's more for karting and stuff, isn't it? I'll get a 200 horsepower tractor. There we go, 170, that'll do. I'm not going to update the engine, we'll leave it at 170. Let's just stop that. Get that out of the way. And where's the shop? Somewhere around here there's a new tractor. There we go. We'll drive this one over. This is 170 horsepower. The machine's rated at 150 and it does 9 miles an hour. But I put 150 on it. In fact, but it was a JCB and they're slightly different. The physics of a JCB is slightly different. Now I'm sorry guys, I forgot to check the slots, but you'll be able to see that when you get in the shot. I don't think they're excessively higher than the slots of the normal stuff. Right, that pulls it at 9 fine. So I'll take it all back. 130 horsepower wouldn't pull it. I bet a 150 horsepower tractor probably does. Got me thinking now. Maybe I should get one quickly. And then call it a day. Well, till I get back on no man's land, in which case I'll be probably ploughing a field in so I can plant some potatoes, maybe. So we need a 150 horsepower tractor. I think I've got a Fendt that's 150. Yeah, there we go. Right, anyone want me to try anything in particular? I think I've, in my own sort of way, I've covered it. Pretty much everything in the DLC. Yeah, you do need the rated horsepower with this machine, but it will get there. There we go. I think this is the way I'm going to go on my farm. You don't have to run the toppers then. It's a shame you can't actually windrow the potatoes though. Hey, funny bug. There's no windrow for the potatoes, apart from a two meter wide thing. Yeah, I haven't missed it. There's definitely not. In fact, if we go to here and then go to Grimme, maybe I missed something. Maybe there is something somewhere. Oh, you see, I didn't see all this. It's not in potato technology. Maybe there is a windrow, in which case I'll take it all back. Yeah, you've got lots of stuff that I haven't seen. Sorry about that. So you can fill stuff with pallets. Oh, this belt could be quite interesting for silage and stuff. but still no windrow. Gonna run out of slots before I finish this. So that belt doesn't go high enough, look, to get into the trailer. That's a bit of a bugger, isn't it? In which case that's pretty useless, the sidewall thing, unless you're using a low loader or something. You'd think that the belt would go into it. Right, let's see what this other thing does. Don't even know how you pick it up. Unless you get in it. Ah. Unfold pallet. Can't zoom in or out or anything. Enable pallet creation. How do you move it? I think we'll have to get a tractor over. There's no obvious hitch or anything. I suppose maybe you're meant to pick it up with a forklift or something. Don't know. You'll have to watch Mr. CDP, I think, guys. I'm not going to spend hours playing with this. I don't do pallets anyway, but this will make the potatoes into pallets, apparently. There is something in the game that already does that, I believe. I can't see a hitch anywhere to pick it up, or... This is one here. There's no trigger to pick it up anywhere. Just seems to be inert, which is a shame. Yeah. All this stuff's in the way now. One thing I want to do is see if this belt will pick up from the ground. I'm just thinking of my silage at the moment, I'm afraid, so I'm going to unload on the ground. Wonder what the range is. Just unload that. The range is not any better than it's actually not very good. And its unload speed's not brilliant either. It is quite cool though, being able to get in it and drive it around. Well, there we go. There is the DLC. And this will pick potatoes up from the ground. This is the quickest way and the least realistic. Right, say goodbye to the flat map till next time I decide to test something, or I decide to actually do something about it. We'll do a quick lap of the map for old time's sake, and that will be it. So we used to have to race along here. The finish line was at the top of the hill in the red brick barn that may or may not still be there. All these buildings got demolished in an update. So we used to finish here. Oh no, not another one upside down. Oh well. In fact, that one might recover. Can't let me get. Yeah, we used to start here. Have to go outside the sheep farm, outside a big water tower, if I remember correctly. The skill was in getting through this area without scrubbing off too much speed. So we had to come round the sheep farm, across the bridge. You didn't have to go across the bridge, you could go to the left or the right of the pond as well. But to the left of that water tower, we had to go. To force us onto the uneven ground. Hey, Zeke. And then up here you can either go over the top there, which I'm going to do if I stay upright. Or you could go round, which was faster car speed but a longer distance. So then you come down here. We had to jump the volcano, if I remember correctly, which was always good fun. And that would have lost me the race. Then go round and finish up at the red barn. And what a mess this map is now. Yeah, I'm going to definitely do some potatoes on my no man's land. Just got to work out which field to give up on. And up here's where it all happens on the farm. It was a class farm at one point. What I'll probably do is sell everything, I think, apart from the buildings, and start again if I come back to this map. So trailers. There's a pathway down here next to the Lapacho tree. Hey, Mysterious Kid. There's the result of doing the potato DLC. Now, if I remember correctly, it gets a bit dodgy around this corner here. Very easy to go off. Just made it. So there we have fields with potatoes lying on the ground. Look. The only thing I didn't do, and I apologise for it, but I didn't know it existed. It's not in the potato section. You have to go in here. Was I didn't use these things. These things. I didn't use these things. Which after the first growth stage you use apparently. How many slots is it? 10 slots. Oh my god. 8 slots for that. 11 slots for a trailer. I won't be using that. I've got my own trailers, thanks. 6 slots. Where is the belt? I don't know how many slots that is because I own one now. Unless I sell it. Right, there we go. Alright guys, I might be back on in a bit on my what's it called? No Man's Land. Episode 102 or 103 coming up. And we will be planting potatoes. I have updated seasons, so hopefully it'll be less laggy for everyone. And hopefully it'll stop bloody raining. My grass harvest has been the whole of spring so far, waiting for it to stop raining. Anyway, thanks a lot. I hope it was slightly informative for you. Yes, I do like the DLC Funny Bone. It's definitely got potential. I think it's very well suited to seasons as well. Very well suited to seasons. I think the first growth stage and stuff, it's hard to catch on non-seasons. Normally happens in the night. And I'll be back on later. If you remember, if you haven't subscribed, do give it a bit of consideration. Loads of likes already, thank you guys. And might catch you in a couple of hours, or even a bit sooner. Hey Farming Company, I'm just off, man, but if you want to have a look back on the video, it's all the DLC. Apart from I missed out some stuff that I didn't know existed. Anyway, cheerio. Let me put the Nightbot thing on end. Yeah, this is a really old one. I only use it for testing stuff on now. Mysterious Kid. If you like this farm, Mysterious Kid, set your notification for the No Man's Land. I'm becoming quite proud of it now. Or look back to my Sussex farm, the ending episodes. They were good. Check out Funny Bone, check out Mouse who's in here, check out Stark Charles. If you like other streams, if you like live streaming, certainly check out Mouse as well. He's always on, and he's always showing off some quite interesting PC mods as well. So, yeah. I think my Nightbot stopped working. Oh, there it goes. Cheers. Alright, cheerio. I should be back on in about an hour and I'll be carrying on with the other one. Cheerio. Oh, hang on, I'm going to try and end it with this in the air on the volcano jump. Whether or not it will do that for me, I don't know. Just getting a run up.